Hello students, let us see the second problem of isometric projection. Here they have given draw the isometric projection of a hexagonal prism of side 40 mm and height 60 mm with the right circular cone of base diameter 40 mm and altitude 50 mm resting on its top such that the axis of the both the solids are collinear. Okay. So we have here hexagonal prism as well as cone. So we have to start with this problem. So to draw a hexagon, we are supposed to use first box method. Okay, so box method in the sense we have to draw the top view of the hexagon, its dimension we have to carry, then we have to draw the isometric projection. So in the previous problem and the last step, I forgot to explain the last one step because the scaling is I have forgot to explain. Just look at this. So what I have to do means I have to select this object and I have to go to here scale command. So scale command, scale. In the scale, whatever the scale value is here 1, there I have to change that into 0.816, 0.816, and this reference everything you leave it as it is, only the scale value you reduce into 0.816. Okay, and then you click here and you press enter. So when you press enter, the smaller size the image will come here that you can click here. Okay, so what it makes in the sense the previous diagram, so if I give back this size is, if I go to dimension, its smart dimension, if I measure this dimension is 50, but when you look any object in the isometric view, it will be 0.816 lesser than that uh, true length. Okay, it will be true length because the whatever the object we have, we are inclined with an angle of 30 degree. When you incline with an angle of 30 degree, uh, it will reduce by 0.8, its dimensions are reduced by 0.816 times. Okay, that's why we need to scale it. Okay, we are doing this whole problem with the actual dimension whatever they are given. Later we are scaling and we are reducing into isometric dimension. Okay, so if I give back, so it's not reduced. Okay, so what process I followed is, here I have to select and then I have to go to scale. In the scale I have to enter 0.816 and then enter, and I have to just place here, click here and place here. Okay, so now if you check the dimension, it will be 40.8, in the sense 50 into 0.816 will be 40.8. This is the isometric view of this object. Okay, so this is about the previous problem but I forgot to tell. Okay, so now we'll come to the next problem, that is hexagonal prism. Okay, so here for drawing hexagonal prism we have to draw first hexagon. Okay, so let us see how to draw hexagon. I will draw here isometric projection over here, but we need to have a construction, right? So we can place in the side. Let us see we can, is it possible or not. Okay, so we'll draw the hexagon. Hexagon of side is how much? 40 mm. 40, enter, and click the second point and then give the angle. Give the side as 40 mm, 40 mm, and then enter the angle as 60. Okay, enter the angle as 60. Okay, now 60 is nothing but 60 into 1. Okay, now again the length is 40, enter, the angle is 120, you have to enter, but it will be 60 into into in the sense star, you can press 60 into 2. Okay, enter. So again the next length is 40, enter, and then the angle is how much? It will be 60 into 3, 60 into 3. Okay, so and then the length is 40, enter, then the angle is how much? 60 into 4, 60 into 4, yes, enter, then click on the first point. Okay, so this is 40, first line I am drawing like this, 40, then I'm giving 60 into 1, 60 into 2, 60 into 3, 60 into 4. Okay, then there is, from this point I can connect to this point. Okay, this is the last point. So if you want in corner, this is corner condition. If you want in edge condition, then you can draw one diagonal here, then you can rotate this like this by using rotate command. So for both the type, it may be in corner condition or edge condition, you can draw like this with these angles, then you can rotate however you want. Okay, so this is a hexagon I have drawn. So now I will complete this by a box. Okay, So this by a box. This alignment indicator should be on. So if you want, this alignment indicator will be there over here. So this is maintain relationship. In that we can find alignment indicator. Okay, in the sense, if it is on, if it is off, just check. See, you won't get this align. Sorry, maybe this point. Click here. And third one. Go to line command. Sorry, here it is there. Sorry, alignment indicator. So when the alignment indicator is not on, then you are not supposed to, you will not get this projections. Okay, that's why this alignment indicator should be on. Okay, so go to this line and you click here, so that you will be getting alignment indicator here. Draw this till here, and if you get here lines till here and then connect here, you can drag till here, so and then again connect till this and then join here. Okay, so this is, I am completing this hexagon as a box. Okay, now I have to measure what is the dimension of this whole line. Okay, so this dimension I can measure. This is how much? 69.28. Okay, so what is the one more dimension? It will be double of its side. Okay, it will be double of its side. If you want that dimension, single line we have not drawn here anywhere, or you can go to here, distance between command, click on distance between, click on this line and click on this line, you get the length. So it is a double of the side. 80 here, it is 69.28. This length we want and this length we want. Okay, now I will move and I will place it. I will select and I will move this whole object and I will keep it in the, this whole object I have to select and I have to drag and I have to place. Okay, if it is drag is not working, then you go with the move command. Go to move command, select this, click on any one point and you have to place it here in the side where copy should be off. Okay, we can place it here. So this is the construction what we supposed to draw. Okay, first we'll draw hexagonal prism. So now start with the line command. Okay, so we need to construct a box of this dimension. Okay, so we'll construct the length of the box is, one side is 80 mm, one more side is 69.28. Okay, so we'll take the larger length one, this side. So this is larger side is 80 mm, 80, enter, and what is the angle? Angle should be 30. Okay, again the shorter side will come because the one side, draw this longer side than the shorter side. Shorter side is how much? 69.28. 69.28 exactly what it does, 69.28, and the angle is how much? Angle is 150, enter. Okay, again the previous length, that is how much? 80, the angle is minus 150, enter. Okay, now you connect to the first point. Okay, so same, whatever the dimension we have got here, the same dimension box I have drawn here. Okay, so this is the shorter length and this is the bigger length. Okay, now I need one more small distance here that I can measure by using smart dimension. So this small dimension, it will be same in all the sides. It is given as, it is got it as 20, so it will be same in all the sides. Okay, it's got it as 20. Okay, so now this is that longer side, in the sense this is 80th side, this is 80th side. In that side I will draw the four lines to identify the 20th point. Okay, or you can even go with the thick line to identify it properly. I'll go with the thick line. So here from this point I will draw one 20th line. Okay, 20th line. Even you can use R command also, and here I will draw 20th line. Okay, similarly from here 20, and similarly from here 20. Okay, why we have drawn this? Because to identify the points. Okay, if I name, start from here, A, B, C, D, E, F, then A, B points are there. No, A, B points I can locate here, A, B, and C point is the midpoint. Suppose if I name it clearly, if I want to name it clearly, so you can identify. If I give this as A and this point as B, this point as C, and this as D, E, F. Okay, so here A point I will get it over here. Okay, it's not required, just for understanding I'm just writing. So AB is this way and the C will come over here, and D, E and F. Okay, now I have to draw the lines here. Okay, with the thin line only, the thin line, don't, it is just dark line I have drawn to identify the points properly. Okay, from here, so if I connect to the midpoint, it will be the second point. That is this point I can draw. This is A and B. So from A I will start, from A to B, from B to here this point, and from here to this, that is D point, and then E, E here, then to this point F, back to A. So now bottom hexagon is done. Okay, so if you want, you can now delete. Once you get these points, then you can delete these lines. Okay, it's not required. Suppose if there is error, you can identify. Suppose if you find any error, no error, okay, no problem. There is, I can zoom and you can identify. Okay, now what I have to do means, so I have to draw one line. What is the height they are given? Height is given as 60 mm. From this particular point I need to give the height of 60 mm. Okay, 60 mm height I need to draw here. Okay, now the same box I can move and I can place it over here, so it will be easy to complete. Within a short period of time you can complete. So I will select from here this entire box. From here I will move where the copy should be on, and I have to place it over here. Okay, this is done. So now, so whatever the lines whichever is not required, that I have to delete first. Okay, these 4 lines are not required as of now, because we got the hexagon. Similarly here also we don't need these lines, that you can delete. You can click on and you can delete. Okay, only hexagon is required for us. Okay, now you have to join these lines which are required, edges that you can connect with the same points. Okay, even whatever you have copied this letters, that is A, and this letter I have pressed control here and I will delete this. It's not required, just for understanding I wrote there. Okay, so this hexagon is done. Okay, so I will just move this whole hexagon. It is done. So the darkness, thickness, everything will do it later, or I will place it over here in the side so that I can use it later. So where copy should be off. Okay, place it here. Okay, this hexagon is done. So now we will draw one more part. What is that? So right circular core of base diameter is 40 mm, altitude is 50 mm. Okay, so base diameter they have given 40 mm. 40 mm box we have to do first. Okay, so 40 mm, 40, enter, and what is the angle? 30. And next, so 30, 40 is the side and angle is 150, enter, and again 40 is the side, angle is minus 150, enter. Now you connect to the first point. Now we have to use 4 center method here. So similarly 4 center methods you use, and now draw the arcs by using your arc by center point command. Click here, draw arc. See, if you are getting like this circle, then you can use from another end. Okay, from here you start. Any one side it should work. Let's see. It's not working, just go another side. It should work. Okay, from here you draw from this point to this point, and intersection symbol you will be getting. You draw arc here, from here to here. Suppose it is not working, let's try from one more end. Okay, now it is done. Okay, once you get that, you have to delete these lines, in the sense it will disturb you, in the sense these lines will overlap with other lines. These all lines you can delete. Okay, delete. Now you draw one horizontal line to identify the midpoint, and then give the height. What is the height you are supposed to draw? So height is 50 mm. 50, enter. Okay, 50 I placed, and draw as tangent. Tangent to draw here. Similarly, draw a tangent from this point. Now you go to trim, remove the additional line here. Okay, additional line is removed. Even these lines are not required, that you can delete. Okay, so this is done, right? Now I have to place it over here. So where to place? Now I need to get the midpoint. To get the midpoint, what I have to draw? I have to draw these diagonals. Okay, from this point, from this point to this point. If you draw two diagonals, that is sufficient. If you draw even here also, will pass to the same point. It's not passing through the same point. Whichever is visible, that edges you can take. This is parallel here. From this point, okay, it's correct. Sorry, it may be drawn with some other. No. Here you draw any one line. Okay, you don't draw all the lines. So here any one line you draw, that its midpoint you collect. Okay, suppose if I take this is parallel line, from here you draw the line, its midpoint is, there you move and place. Okay, so because it is isometrically projected, that's why we are not able to identify the midpoint through the diagonals. Okay, that's why after drawing this line, from there you can go to move command, move this object from here, and click from this here point, from this point, and you have to place it over this particular point. So where copy should be off, okay, so placed here. Now this diagonal can be deleted. So this diagonal can be deleted, even this line you can delete. Okay, so now I will just move and I will place it in the middle. Copy should be off. Okay, once you placed here, now we need to identify the points, we need to identify the lines whichever visible. Go to select and select all the lines whichever visible, whichever visible properly in the isometric view. Okay, so these lines you make it dark, later whichever is not visible, that you can make it thin. Okay, so these are, you have to make it thickness of 0.5. Okay, now there are some more lines which were there overlapped here, so these lines we need to split, and you have to make it thin. Okay, split this line. The point of split is here, and here. Okay, this line and splitting point is here, and this line and the splitting point is here, and here we need to zoom here. So this is the line and split point is over here. Okay, now fit and again zoom and make thin. Select the lines which we have splitted. Okay, these lines are splitted, that we can make it thin, and again the same lines what you have, all the lines that you have to select, and even this line, and so we'll fit, and these lines, okay, sorry, so this lines whichever is not visible, that you have to color it. Here some more lines are there. These lines you have to click here and to make the third one, gray color. Okay, so this is the final solution for the given problem. So hexagonal prism, above that we have to place a cube, cone. Okay, so thank you. This is the additional diagram that you have to show here, because with these dimensions what we are drawing here box, that can be obtained only from this diagram. This additional diagram you have to show when you have the problem like hexagonal prism, or you may have triangular prism, okay, or you have pentagonal prism. In that case you're supposed to draw this diagram, and you have to use the box method to draw this isometric projection. Okay, so thank you.